This is a Mountain Buggy wheel. It's the older type, but what we're going to show you applies to a lot of the models after this model as well. And what we're going to discuss today is how to replace the brake disc and the ball bearings on this wheel. We're essentially going to do is a disassembly, so this would also be a way of replacing the central shaft, which does sometimes break on this model. That's this plastic bit that runs all the way through here that I'm spinning to the front and includes the locking mechanism itself. So in order to disassemble this wheel, you're going to need to hit the center of it with a hammer. You need to get the plastic lips here down inside the ball bearing, but without breaking the plastic. So you want to hit it more or less spot on until you see that those lips have pushed inwards. Then you can pull out on the other end. If it's tough, you can flip it over and you can use the fork or prying element of the hammer. Just align it with one of the spokes, push upwards, and it'll pop out. Here is the ball bearing for the front, which is generally in better condition than the back. Ball bearings are one of the things that are very often necessary to swap out on mountain buggy strollers. You can hit it a little bit, pop off that ball bearing, and then you can replace it potentially, or replace the shaft itself. Looking at the back side of the wheel, you now could also remove this ball bearing. You take a flat-headed screwdriver and pry it up, around, until it pops out. There you go. Now you could potentially replace that ball bearing as well. And then the last part of this is the brake disc, and you can just pull this off, or if it's tight like this one, this has been there for a long time, you can again use your hammer to pry it off. And this just slots in on the spokes of the wheel itself, so it's a separate piece. Okay, I'm going to reassemble it. Put the brake disc back on, the back ball bearing, and then we're going to flip it over. This ball bearing is already on the shaft. Just going to slide it in, and we're looking to fit this central part of the shaft into this ball bearing and press it through. And again, there are those lips, so there's going to be a little bit of pressure. Centering this ball bearing on that shaft and pushing down, and you'll see at the end that you're finished when those lips pop out again. There. You'll know that the central shaft is all the way through when there is this little bit of a gap here between the two lips on the end of the central shaft. So that's how you disassemble this wheel if you need to replace any of these elements. We hope this video has been helpful. If it has been, we ask you to subscribe, as it helps us to continue making videos in the future. Thank you.